We're going to have another short little keynote on building again on this idea of hidden values, data discovery, and recommendations. For this one, we have Sarah Coward, previously the National Holocaust Museum's Deputy CEO and now Forever Project lead. Sarah's work as a CEO at the Forever Project integrates voice recognition and natural language processing with ultra-high definition video media, creating new ways of connecting people with role models, heroes, and witnesses of history. Please join me in welcoming Sarah to the stage.
Fantastic to be here today, really appreciated it, and it was great to listen to Brendan's speech as well, his talk. I want to tell you a little bit about the Forever Project, both our history and our plans, and particularly how we are seeking to unlock the inspiration and information contained in people who we love, people who we admire, and people who can educate us. So our work started at the National Holocaust Centre and Museum, and for those of you who haven't been there, it's a medium-sized museum in Nottinghamshire, and it works primarily with lots of school children each year, about 30,000 school kids, and they come to receive in-depth education programmes about the history of the Holocaust and the escalation, how the escalation of racism and prejudice can become problematic and serious over a period of time. The issues they deal with are complex, nuanced, and highly charged and emotional. A key part of the education programme is the meeting between kids and survivors of the Holocaust. Children have the opportunity to meet survivors, they've got the opportunity to listen to their testimony, and really importantly, the kids have the opportunity to ask those survivors questions about their personal experience and the impact of that experience on them. And it's that inquiry, that process of inquiry and uncovery and discovery that's so key to their educational understanding. One of the key moments is when group of school children in the Memorial Hall at the centre, facilitated by an educator who can help them uncover themes, have the opportunity to listen to a Holocaust survivor, give their testimony, and then at the end of that process, the kids, supported by the facilitator, can ask them questions. And some of those questions can be, depending on the age of the children, simple, did you ever meet Hitler, is a frequent question. But they can also be sort of nuanced and very complex. How did your experience affect your faith? What is your attitude to forgiveness? And the answers that are given by the witness have a really significant impact on the kids. But of course, the Holocaust Museum had a major issue that this really important, powerful educational component was going to be lost. The survivors were passing away or through ill health were no longer able to share their testimony with children. So 6 years ago, we embarked on a major 4-year project to try and preserve the experience, not just of listening to Holocaust survivor testimony, but the process of inquiry and enabling kids to still ask survivors questions in the future. We developed a robust methodology and production approach to develop significant and in-depth question sets. We worked with 10 Holocaust survivors, each of whom answered between 850 and 1,400 questions per person, which were filmed in ultra-high definition footage over a 5-day period. The methodology leading up to that enabled us to explore key educational themes in depth in a robust way. After collecting the footage, we integrated our own bespoke coding with natural language processing and voice recognition, and that enabled us to produce life-size, authentic projections of Holocaust survivors that can be asked questions by an audience and by an educator and respond immediately in real time from an authentic question set. It's powerful and immersive. You can see a couple of quotes here actually from a few of the kids that we worked on originally as part of the focus groups, and the way in which they are actually talking about the experience is not talking about as if they're watching a video, they're talking about a connection between themselves and the witnesses. The Forever Project is now a spun-out private company from the Holocaust Museum that has a shareholding in our work, and we've developed our work quite a lot since the Holocaust Survivor Project, and we're applying our techniques of our own speakeasy coding with voice recognition and natural language processing across multiple platforms to apply to major commercial industries as well as the cultural industries. So we're working with sports clubs, in particular Premier League clubs, to connect audiences with their footballing heroes. We've got a partnership with a major music label to connect audiences with music talent, and we're also still doing really important historical work with cultural and heritage organisations. We've also translated what we do from just installations within venues to mobile, interactive and voice interactive experiences. And through Audiences of the Future funding, we're also creating the opportunity to meet a hero or meet a role model in a virtual environment in VR and be able to ask them questions and receive a response immediately. And I think at the heart of our work is really how we can make people who are inaccessible and who have information and inspiration to share more accessible to a worldwide audience. Thanks very much.